It was absolutely the most transplendent.
What was?
Sorry?
You were about to say something, but I interrupted.
I was about to say something about what?
I don't know.
You could make something up.
Well, of course I could make something up, but couldn't you?
I prefer it when you do it, Jean.
But I was quite happy the way things were, just sitting here saying nothing.
Ah, me too.
But you started.
Maybe I wasn't happy.
Maybe you were unhappy.
I might have been. Seems a bit strong, mind you. I can't really remember that strong an emotion.
You probably felt it deep inside.
Ah, yes, that's very likely, Jean. You're probably right. Do you know, I think I was unhappy. I'm pretty sure I was unhappy. I didn't show it on my face, did I?
No.
Which is often the way I show my unhappiness, so I probably was unhappy, yeah.
About what?
Where do I start? My God!
Start anywhere you want.
I am full of unhappiness.
You?
I must be. I said it. Or rather, I didn't say it and just showed it, and then I only said it after you said it. So I'm obviously desperate to share something.
Really?
You picked up on it because of your womanly, whatchamacallit?
Intuition?
You could see inside me.
Maybe.
Into my subconscious.
Probably, yeah.
Beneath an exterior of...
Passivity?
Passivity, really? Was that the picture on my face just then?
What exactly are you unhappy with, Fergal?
Oh, that's a bit forward.
I was just trying to move things towards...
I know what you're trying to do.
So you're not going to share, then?
Not the type of sharing that you're implying.
The personal kind?
Vulgar, to put a name on it, Jean.
We can't do this forever.
We could give it a bloody good go.
It's exhausting.
It is exhausting, but it's very important.
And why is it important?
Because once we get started, we're on the road to finishing. And once we finish, we're back on the road to starting again.
You think we'd run out of things to talk about?
It's certainly feeling that way.
How long do you think we can keep this up, this business of not actually talking about anything?
Not long, unfortunately. My energy is not what it was. Bloody brain.
Are we Irish?
Yes, of course we're Irish. Insofar as I think we are, Jean. I mean, we look Irish. It's a very personal thing, but we are, aren't we?
I think we are.
I'm certain we are.
It would be good if we were something, I suppose.
What do you think would differentiate me from other men if I was indeed an Irish man?
A number of things, probably.
Like what? Come on.
A slightly milky exterior, like you've been carved from mash.
Check.
An inability to swim.
Check.
A masterly use of a foreign language.
Check, check.
A love of the miserable.
For a moment I wavered there and may very well have ended up being Flemish, but it's inescapable, isn't it? Insofar as you want to escape being Irish, it really is inescapable. Oh, the tragedy. We're definitely Irish.
Thank God.
There's no reason to bring God into it. We sit here and you bring God into it and suddenly...
What?
Well, you know, suddenly it's a lowering. The level of conversation is lowered and all because of God.
Right.
Is that what you're trying to do, Jean?
Look, you're the one who started talking.
I know.
Initially, it was your words that broke what was previously a...
Quite a nice silence, you're right.
We started talking and all that can be said of any significance is that we're Irish.
And we can't even be certain of that.
What were you going to see in the garden, Fergal?
Oh, hold on a second. Come on.
Was it really something transplendent? Were you about to create something with a transplendent quality?
I'm not ready for that just yet. Now stop it.
This is a very small life, isn't it? Perhaps not even a life. Life might be pushing it. I can't really remember how I started all this stuff, but here I am, and here with you, and somehow we've managed to muddle through it all. But it feels delicate. Don't you think what we're doing is a delicate thing? It's not very lasting, is it? We've proved that by starting over so many times, by leaving our homes and families, by travelling distances, by entering this house and climbing those stairs and finding this room and desk and just creating these moments. And how did this garden idea develop? Is there even an actual garden, Fergal?
Oh, yes. Insofar as there might be a garden, but that's less important.
How is it less important?
What I'm detecting here is an anxiety, young lady.
I am anxious. Fuck.
Which is normal, that's fine. We have both, in the past, now and then, felt a general lack of purpose.
Right.
I remember it vividly now, way back, sometime before you came even, that I too worried about my contribution to life and whether I was just adding to the general mush that life is.
And what did you decide?
I think I am adding, but only as much as we all are.
But us more than other people, surely. What practical purpose are we?
Entertainment!
But are we entertaining?
No, probably not. No one really knows, and that's the beauty of what we do here, Jean. Whether we are or not is not that important to us. We are proving our existence by making shit up.
Oh, you see, that's terrible.
Is it?
To hear it like that, to be reminded just how...
essential we
Oh,
are.
I feel sick. I could actually be sick.
You've never been sick before.
I want to die suddenly.
Oh, suddenly is the best way to die. You don't want to die gradually, believe me.
Oh my God, this is fucking unbearable.
The garden was transplendent.
Right, okay.
Okay, Jean?
Yeah, carry on.
I've been walking this lawn for many years now. I've seen its natural fabric mutate into 1,000 different settings around me. Each garden conjuring up a different tone, a different sense of possibility, a different and differing cast of characters that would move about me on a whim with the precision of a finely crafted automata. In short, a different garden appears to me each day on each separate sitting at this desk, right here.
And to me.
From the puckered grass of the housing estate to the luscious lawns of the country manor. And here I am today, Jean, dreaming up this new garden, defining it in a patchwork of bosquets and geometric parterres, like some sculpting god presiding over all this bloody nature. I am a Baroque man in control.
Baroque.
Sure, is it any wonder I'm fashioned in this elaborate flared coat with ruffled neck and sleeves, caressing my silk stockings like it were the cheek of a child? And yet, my fellow traveller, there is a terrible consternation in my heart.
And mine.
Oh, consternation terrible. For sat here on the garden's central fountain, a fountain of such allegorical complexity that it is impossible to decipher its meaning, I am awaiting great news.
About what?
I haven't decided yet.
About love?
Possibly about love.
About death?
Would I be waiting for news about death while lounging on a fountain in ruffled sleeves? Seems unlikely.
Well, make up something.
Great news of love, Jean.
Does it involve Cynthia?
It does involve Cynthia.
Then the great news won't come.
Today it will.
You never get that far.
Today the great news will come, Jean.
It won't, Fergal.
I swing my slender legs off the fountain and onto the manicured lawn, my shoulders rounding with worry, the base of my neck weighed down like an old cart horse in need of sustenance. And your great news, Cynthia.
Just stop it. Enough. I can't do this anymore, sitting here listening to your endless shit. You throw about language like it were porn. Do you have any idea how stupid all this garden business is? To come here, to sit opposite you and talk as you do? To fart out story like some chocolatier, to fill silence with phlegm? I mean, holy Christ, Fergal.
Now, Jean...
I wake in the mornings with a terrible heartache. I stand in the bus, the heartache compounded by people going about their lives, actually contributing to society. You know, people driving other people about and driving things from here to there, selling all manner of goods for our consumption and our enjoyment, teaching one another, working in offices and accumulating monies for our desperate economy, and to get off the bus and to come to this house and up those stairs and into this room with your stories of Baroque fountains and ruffled sleeves, Fergal, like any of this fucking shit matters. Isn't it enough that we are? Isn't that the most remarkable thing? Before the decoration and impossible imagination of these ridiculous things, that we get to sit at this desk and breathe and function. Isn't that amazing in itself, Fergal?
No garden, then?
We don't need the garden.
So what exactly are we sitting in?
What you see.
And you honestly think that I can just sit here in this?
Why not?
But talk about what, for Christ's sake? This floor, Jean?
Talk about us.
There is no us! Us is imagination. Us is turning this floor into grass. The lights into sky, the nothing into something. And you're wanting to give it all up and just sit here in this silence and look at the floor and marvel at the floor's construction? Who cares about the fucking floor? This particular floor? I don't care about this floor.
Well, perhaps I care about the floor. Every little embellishment and you're further away from truth. You start with some idea of love and you're suddenly caressing your silken tights in a baroque garden? Why, Fergal?
Because I am a magician. A wordsmith. What's truth but some repellent, unctuous, poker-faced twat that tiptoes into stories with all the grace of a juggernaut? Truth, that's your pornography right there, young lady.
Where do you live? When I arrive here in the mornings, you're already seated and waiting for me. Do you live in this house, Fergal?
What's important is where I live in here. You want to live in the world, Jean? Holy Christ. Let's have a cup of tea. We haven't had a cup of tea yet.
I don't want tea.
A tea will calm you down. Help you settle into the day.
A tea will trick me into thinking that everything is all right when it isn't all right, Fergal. It's not even close to being right for me. Not even close. Fuck!
No. I can give you a biscuit with your tea.
When did we get biscuits?
I picked up a packet on the way here.
So you do come here every morning, just like me?
Yes, of course I do.
Doesn't it preoccupy you, this futility?
Is it a cup of tea and a biscuit you're after then, Jeannie? It's the best feeling in the world, isn't it, to wake up knowing you're Irish? It's an amazing sensation. You can throw all manner of shit at the Irish and we'll turn it into art. The Irish are unbeatable in that respect. We are masters of illusion, Jean. Had we the ability to truly connect with other races, you imagine the Irish could have had a practical effect on the world. But the Irish are only ever comfortable in their own company. And the company of oneself is a powerful thing. To retreat and live in that isolation is to live in the community of one's imagination, and not the community of fucking people. Will you have sugar, pet?
1 sugar.
I'll give you 2. You could do it 2. If I had 2 sugars, I'd be spitting me molars out on this desk. Have a bicky. I bought them specially for you today, huh? Thank you, Fergal.
Thank you, Fergal.
So?
What?
Into the garden.
I don't want to go there.
Don't make me ask again. Don't you fucking dare.
And I can see you standing up from the fountain. The garden laid out in perfect symmetry between us. Nature ordered by mathematics and all beneath a canopy of blue, your sky. Always your sky. I turn away and leave you standing there in your frock coat and ruffled sleeves and dreams of Cynthia and her great news. I push open a wooden door and onto a busy high street, the road chocked with red buses, frustrated cars and other people. I walk among them on the pavement and I'm giddy just thinking about the amount of life and history there is in these people, the places they are going to, the conversations that have yet to happen, the expectation of an unknown day. And amazingly, the whole chaos is working and I'm within it and a part of the world again, Fergal. And there's no fears like before, no deep anxiety about space and time and place and my worth. No terrible depression asking for order, no imagination stealing me away and wrapping me up in the pretend. I'm just walking to this house on Streatley Road, to this room here, to you, and telling you that it's the morning time, Fergal. It's still morning and the world is open out there.
How's the tea?
Horrible.
You'll get used to it. Take a jammy dodger.
I don't want a jammy dodger.
I bought them specially.
I don't want to be here.
Take one!
How did you buy the biscuits?
Well, I entered that shop.
Before that.
Why?
How do you come here? I want to know other things, please.
I leave where I have to leave. I have no idea what that place is anymore. A room smaller than my hand, and it's somewhere I close my eyes for an unknown amount of minutes. And get up then and shuffle down some stairs and push open a door clogged with post and autumn leaves and step out into London. My body holds the memory, and I let my legs take me to the bus stop. My head bowed as always and stirring now with thoughts of this house and this room and this desk and what you and me will make today. I take the bus I always take, sit in the seat I always sit in and watch the bus fill with barely their people and their barely their lives. And they think I'm one of them. But inside, I'm creating new ways of removing them from the world. Terrible ways. The bus stops, and I watch you get on, and stand where you always stand, Jean. And what secrets we hold from the rest. I think back to the day I brought you to this room. And we imagined things then, and the things were made in front of us. And we got to live and be in those worlds, didn't we? Yeah. And day after day we came here, and what colour? What unbelievable distances we can travel to with just words, with 26 letters, all here at this desk. You step off the bus, as always. I am meters behind you. You stop as you always stop, just standing there on Kilburn High Road, suspended somehow, and I move by you, unseen. And this morning, I can feel the doubt coming off you. The yearning to return to a life you think normal as the bus pulls past you, Jean. I can see it. I nip into the corner shop, buy the biscuits, and quicken my stride to Streatley Road, and wait as I always wait here in this room. We're not made for this world, me and you. What does the world give us that our imaginations can't make better, Jean?
Biscuits? The world makes actual things. We make the invisible, we trade in words. We make nothing you can touch.
And to watch Cynthia turn. And to be allowed to be in that moment when there are billions of other moments that steal seconds from your days and give you nothing. To be given this moment with her. She turns to me and the garden. Each tiny detail of the garden blossoms or breeds or colours that bit brighter maybe, and certainly warms the air in the small distance between me and her. And it covers completely the impossible loneliness of morning time, the terrible torture of another day to be lived, the glorious shame of not having the courage to give up on it all. That turn to me lights a forgotten spark inside. It kicks my heart into life, stirs my head with the beginnings of possibility, covers the image of my abandoned hallway, my lonesome bus journeys, our pointless city. It covers everything there was and offers everything there could be. And I am with that second now, as the second is, with no past or future, but of and in the moment. And what a wonderful place to be. Without yearning, without projection, just filled with hope. Her great news may rescue me forever. It could shape a brand new me completely, but her walking to me is all I need. And I can be in the second. And I can be happy.
We can go, you know.
We can't.
But we should.
But how?